It is fall, which means you are drinking different wines than you would be drinking if it was summer or if it was winter. But the question is, what is the best fall wine? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Welcome back to another episode of Whiskey and Wine, where we explore the worlds of whiskey and wine and make it a little bit more approachable for more people. So, I was really curious about what is the best fall wine. I asked a couple different people. I did some research and went through tons of different blog posts, things like that, to try to figure out what people would say are the best. But what we're really trying to figure out here is what is just this best fall wine. So we're going to go through, do a quick tasting of each of these, kind of jot down some notes, and then talk about each of them and come up with a ranking of what is the best fall wine and which one you should go after. So I'm going to get that set up, and then we're going to get going.
Okay, so we're back. Got four wines in front of us. Obviously, starting with the white, and then we have three different reds. Technically, she doesn't know, again, what any of these wines actually are. I was going to pick them out. The bottles are facing away from us, so she doesn't know what any of them are. We're just going to go through, taste them, kind of rank them, and figure out which one makes a good fall wine. Now, when I say fall wine, I guess I should kind of say what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these nice, kind of spicy, more light-bodied, light
I
to
want to get like
medium-bodied.
pastry.
Get pastry from that?
No. In a general fall wine.
Oh, okay.
Like I feel like it's like if I feel like I'm eating part of a pie, to me I think
Yeah.
that makes it seem fall.
Yeah, so when you get those really nice fruit flavors, but not like a fresh fruit, but a little bit more of like a
like a
stewed
baked
fruit, baked fruit. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking
You
for.
gotta store up for winter.
So if that ends up sounding good to you guys, that's what we're talking about. And if you like it, then take our word for it. But if you don't like
the
it,
other
then
side of fall is like that crispness in the air, which is like not necessarily a flavor, but more of a feeling. But that's like the opposite of the deeper earthy tones that I associate with fall. So on the nose, I get like a crisp pear.
I always get this with some of these white wines where it's like a dried apricot.
Just like there's an acidity that you can like smell. But then
That's really
you
good.
get like it's like a funk in the best way a funk can be. Like the mulch is wet.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe like wet mulch. It just rained,
Mm-hmm.
and you have these fresh, or like not fresh, you have these dried apricots. You're
There's
sitting
some
out at
dead
the
leaves on there.
yeah,
It's a
you're
little
sitting out at the
crunchy.
playground. It tastes like a fall day out at the playground.
It does. That's a really beautiful description. I think the only thing that I feel like is kind of missing, although maybe some people like this, there's no aftertaste really. 5.5. When I say, I think of a score as a bell curve. So if something's good, it's like 5. It's like right in the mid. Like to me, good is like a 5, and then like as you go higher than 5, you're like a little more extra special. Below a 5, it's just like I wouldn't do that again.
I honestly don't remember which one that one is, but I really like the smell of that. It's this
Ooh,
dark
there's
kind of like
currant.
yeah,
Mhm.
black currants, tobacco,
Yeah.
smoke. I really like
I
that.
don't get the smoke is very much
It might just be more
the currant
tobacco.
hits you first. There is the tobacco happens, but it's like faded. It doesn't hit you up front. I want it to be more spicy. I don't know. It's a very good wine. Yeah, I feel like I want a little something.
Like some baking spice or something.
Yeah, just like tiny little bit of baking spice just nearby. You know?
It's really citrusy, honestly. Like there's a lot of citrus in that one.
I think that's why it doesn't feel super fall to me, maybe. Maybe
That's fair.
that's what
It might
I
be
was
an early
describing,
fall.
but in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good for us. It's still like 80 degrees here.
I mean, true.
Hey,
If you
living
live in a
south.
summer climate, but want to think you're in fall, this is the best wine.
I'll go back to Wisconsin.
Is this one even lighter?
This one's even lighter than the last one. Just
Oh, yeah.
just a touch lighter.
This one's got a much bolder nose compared to any of the other two. There's like some camp smoke here.
Yeah, that one.
This is the fall at camp. This one is my favorite so far. I feel like the nose matches the flavor, you know? I feel like a little bit of some of the other ones, you like would pick up things in the nose and then it would drop off. But this one I feel like is like the what you taste matches what you smell. I feel like that one's even though it's lighter, it tastes more medium body.
Yeah, the color definitely does not associate on
It's
this one to the
yeah.
actual flavor.
No. Like he might be light, but he's mighty.
Let's see if I can show you guys what we're seeing here. Not sure how well it's gonna come through, but you can kind of see on that.
Mhm.
And then comparing that to this guy, you can see that one. This one looks more of like a blood red when they're giving it that little swirl. It's not actually quite that aggressive of a red. And then I'll show you the last one right off the bat too.
He
This
looks
guy,
plum.
yeah, it's much
He's
darker.
got a plumber look. Plumber, plummy, plum. Just,
All right.
I'm gonna try again.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move on. This is throwing me off.
Oh, the nose is very non-aggressive.
It's very subdued, but it's like almost
It's like grandma's
funky.
quilt in an
Yeah.
old house.
Looks at this dusty, musty almost note to
Yeah.
it that
Mhm.
almost is off-putting, but I don't think there's anything wrong with this wine. So I really hope not.
No.
Only one of these wines have we had before.
Wow. The nose is so little, but the flavor is very good. This one feels like it coats your mouth a little bit more, like within a
I feel like I
it
just
has
took a bite of a dark cherry pie.
yeah, like
But like
this
there's no
is
sugar to it.
this it's very tart. Not even tart, I don't know, just dark. Okay. There's some like acidity that you get in there in the end.
There is
I didn't get that as much the first time.
pruny.
Oh,
That's what I'm getting. It's prune.
okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know which one I think is the best, and I'm really curious to see if it is the one that I think it is. I'm intentionally not trying to guess what they are while doing this tasting. I'm trying just to blindly rank them, not think about what the bottle was, what region it was from, what grape varietal it is. Just trying to blindly do this because honestly, I already forgot which one was A. Well, A I know, but I forgot which one was B, C. I know which one D is, but between B and C, I don't know which one's which. Okay, so number 4, which one do we think is just the most meh for a fall wine?
I kind of I'm going with B.
Really? You think
Like,
B is the
I
most
mean,
meh?
oh no.
You were supposed to rank
I
them.
did. Well, it's hard. I'm really. They're all unique and beautiful.
What wine do you want to be sitting like out
Okay, well, I know
with the
really
girls?
sure what I like the most.
Well, you know which one you like the most,
Yeah.
but you don't know which one you like the least.
Yes.
If you don't know, I'm going to say I like A the least. A was just too simple for me. It
But
didn't
like,
have
if you
enough.
like whites,
I think there are better white wines for fall. This guy has a little bit too much acidity for me that it's too reminiscent of winter, too reminiscent of summer for me. So this was a Côte Giron white blend. This guy, don't know the exact blend on this one. Was trying to pull it up, couldn't and find as much information as I wanted on it. It's supposed to be a it's supposed to be like a Marsani Rusani blend. Those are supposed to be the main varietals in there. it just didn't do it for me. If you like white wines, you like that acidity and you want that, maybe that is your go-to. But in this lineup, looking for something that is that nice, cozy sweater weather wine, that one's coming in fourth place for me.
I guess I don't think of this one as like the sweater weather vibe.
Okay, so what would you put at number 3?
B.
Okay, so you're putting B.
I was kind of mixed between these two because I felt like they have pros and
Ah.
cons that kind of equal out.
So this was a Chinon
I love the
Cabernet
nose.
Franc.
Just
This was the one that I wanted. So yeah, let's see if I can show you that label a little bit. But it's still very cozy. I would probably say
It's
this is
very
more
pleasant.
second for me. I love the Cabernet Franc from Chinon. Absolutely fantastic. Also, if I'm slaughtering pronouncing that, someone correct me in the comments. Okay, so then I guess that means D was your number 2.
yeah.
So D was a Dolcetto and pretty good. It was just a little too funky for me to put too
I
high
have
up.
a lot going on, but I think kind of what I'm learning about myself in this lineup is I do like some more of the complexity. You know, I think the ones that I ranked lower were because I didn't feel they were complex enough.
That's fair.
This one, you know, has the right amount going on, but maybe not in the right direction. You
Fair.
know, like he's almost like I've already hauled up for winter and I'm ready to hibernate, versus fall where I'm just cozy.
All right. And now for our winner, which we have agreed is the best fall wine. I did not see this coming. When I was recommended this, I did not think it was going to stand up in this lineup, especially against the Cabernet Franc, but it did. This is a Oregon Pinot Noir from Willamette Valley. I did not
What?
think
This is
a Pinot, right? Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think I messed that up. That's C, right?
No, yeah, this is C. Really?
Yeah. Oregon Pinot specifically was the one that I was recommended by so many people, and
That's so unique compared to other regions of Pinot. It has like and it is light for sure, like a Pinot.
extremely light or light in color,
Yeah, light in color.
coming in with more of a medium body to it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Comes in a little bit with
It
that.
comes in a little more like that tobacco-y campfire than I typically think of with a Pinot.
So I wrote down it had nose of cardamom, cloves, had this nice smoky tobacco nose to it, and then the
Mhm.
flavor was a little bit acidic right up front, but then
It gets
as
dark on the back.
yep, as you went
Mhm.
to swallow it, and the finish was a little bit more dark fruit, stewed fruits, something that you would expect at like Thanksgiving dessert or something like that, but
Mhm.
obviously not as sweet. That is really fantastic. So, if nothing else, if you skip to the end and you just wanted to know what's the best wine, Oregon Pinot, Willamette Valley specifically. This guy was absolutely fantastic. This one is the what does that say? Lance Estate Winery and Vineyard.
Mhm.
Yeah, from Willamette Valley.
I
Oregon
really
Pinot.
even think if you're somebody who doesn't naturally lean towards reds or the big bold, I feel like he's kind of like a crowd pleaser. You know? Like I think somebody who traditionally comes from liking big bold red
Yeah.
wines can appreciate what he's got, but at the same time I think somebody who finds those big bold ones a little bit too much can like it too.
Oh yeah.
But that's kind of the beauty of a fall wine is like you're balancing the summer versus the
Summer versus winter.
winter.
Gotta find that happy medium. Another side note I'll make about all of these wines. None of these were over, I think, $30. I think they were all like 25 and below. So these are all pretty cheap, pretty affordable, and if you can find a Willamette Pinot, I would definitely consider
Mhm.
picking it up and maybe bring it to like your Friendsgiving or something like that, or your Halloween party, whatever it may be. But I'm gonna take this.
No,
This is mine now.
no, you loved me.
Anyways,
Sharing's
glad you came to the end of the
caring.
video. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye.
No, you're so mean.